but I'm really excited to see what books my D20 has in store for me. Let's roll for reads. Roll me something new. Oh, I got a 1. A nat 1. Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. I'm Tess and I post a bunch of different content here on YouTube. And today I'm really excited because I've been itching to film this for the last like week or so. But we are back with episode 3 of Roll for Reads, where I let my D20 determine my reads for the next 2 months. So episode 1 I just did in August, and then episode 2 covered September and October, and then this is episode 3, so we're covering November and December. So this is also the last episode that I'll be using my original list. So I have everything kind of color coordinated. I haven't updated this list in a minute. I need to, honestly. But like I have like the film dates, like when episode 1 starts and then my highlights and stuff. I haven't updated everything with my ratings and when I read them. I've been slacking. I've been busy, so been a little bit on the slacking side for reading. But I'm really excited to see what books my D20 has in store for me for the next 2 months. And I am just really itching to do this. I have been really enjoying this series. I've been enjoying the books I've read. I think most of them have been 4 and 5 star reads. So I'm really excited to see if we can keep that up with this new episode. And then for January's episode, I'm going to start a brand new list, like new year, new list. So I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to do it twice a year. So January and July, I'm just going to do a brand new list. But any books that are not selected from my Roll for Reads list, I'm going to carry over to the next one. So I think there's going to be like a couple books on here, maybe like 1 or 2, maybe 3 that aren't chosen, and they will automatically get put onto the next list for January and February. And then we'll go from there. So anyway guys, let's roll for reads. 9, okay. Finally got one that isn't, or that has not been chosen. 5, nope, got that one already. 17, ooh, okay, another one that has not been chosen, finally. 11, okay. This likes the same numbers. Oh my gosh. This is 6, so that already. I need 3 more. Oh my god. 13, there we go. Finally another one. So I need 2 more. 18 got that one already. That was a good, really good book. Nope, 17 got this one. My D20 really likes the same numbers. Nope. Always something new. There you got that one. That was episode 1. 19, there we go. One more, let's see. Are we gonna get the last download? Oh, I got a 1. A nat 1. How about that? Okay. Oh, I've been wanting to read this one for a while. I was hoping to get this one. Alrighty. Okay, so that took a little bit longer than I expected because obviously the third round for each list is going to be the hardest because I kept getting numbers that I've already had. But finally, after a couple minutes, I was able to get 6 books that have not been previously selected. So honestly, I'm filming this on October 17th, so I still have a couple weeks, but any books that I don't read this month from Roll for Reads, I'm going to carry over into November, December. So I'm excited about that. And let's see, episode 1 was very standalone heavy, episode 2 was very series heavy, and this one also leads more toward the standalones. So I think that's kind of an interesting balance where it's like one's very standalone heavy, the next is series heavy, then the next is standalone heavy. So anyway guys, I'm going to go find these 6 books and I will be right back. Alrighty, our books have been selected and found on my bookshelves. So I am really excited because there are some reads here that I've been wanting to pick up for a while. So I'm hoping to finish these before the end of the year. So I think I've finished all of episode 1, so we're done there. Episode 2, I think I still have like 1 or 2 more books to read. And then for episode 3, the goal is to finish every book from episodes 1, 2, and 3 before the end of the year. So I think it's doable because these ones all look like good books and they've been on my TBR for a little bit. So anyway, I'm excited because I just love the series. This has been a ton of fun to do. So the first book on episode 3 for Roll for Reads is All In by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. This is the 3rd book in the Natural series. My cover's kind of messed up because I had it in a locker for work and it kind of got a little bent, but it's still the same book. So this series is really fun. It's basically a young adult Criminal Minds and I just love it. It follows 17-year-old Cassie, and she is part of, I cannot talk today. She is part of a group of teens who have these gifts and are able to help solve unsolved crimes with the FBI. And the first one, I don't remember too much about. It was somebody that was obsessed with taking her out because they took her mom out, I think. And then the second one was one of the boys. Somebody associated with his father who's in prison. And then this one, I'm not really sure who this one follows. So I'm very intrigued by this one. And I love the series. The way that Jennifer Lynn Barnes writes, she's easily one of my favorite YA authors. And I want to read all of her books because she writes in such a way that everything is a page turner. And like you're speeding through the books, but not rushing through them. And I really love that about a book. I love like the short chapters and the way that everything happens. It's just so much fun. So I am super stoked to get to this one. I think I started it, but then I just wasn't in the mood for mystery. So maybe I'll read mystery more in the fall. Kind of works out for me. So the second book is one I picked up because it was a tennis romance and I love tennis. I played tennis a lot in high school, so that was really fun even though that was a long time ago. That was 13 years ago. I graduated in 2012. But I have Clean Point by Meg Jones. I saw this at Walmart one day and I was like, you know what, this sounds very interesting. It's a spicy enemies to lover romance about a disgraced tennis player who partners with her father's rival for a chance of redemption. And it says perfect for fans of Carrie Soto is Back in Icebreaker. I read and loved Icebreaker. I have not read Carrie Soto is Back, but it is on my TBR. I don't own it yet, but I really want to. So this one just sounds really interesting and I really can't wait to get to it. And then we have Happy Place by Emily Henry. I've read 3 or 4 of her books, I think. I think 3. I read Beach Read, Book Lovers, and People We Meet on Vacation. And I loved all 3 of those, so I have pretty high hopes for this. I also like that the covers have, like, the covers are just 2 different colors, and I really like that. I like the shade of pink, too. It's very vibrant. It is a very vibrant pink. But I don't really know much about any of this. It looks like it's about 2 exes, so that sounds really cute. 2 exes who are on vacation with their mutual friend group. That's all I know about it. So I'm intrigued to see how this one works out because I really liked Emily Henry's writing so far of every book that I have read by her. So that one's going to be fun. And then we have Attached at the Hip by Christine Riccio. This one, all I know is that it's basically a romantic Survivor inspired story. And I have not watched Survivor. I am so just bad at watching popular TV shows. I've seen like the gist of it, but I've never actually watched the show. So I don't really know what to expect out of this one. But I've read Again But Better and Better Together, and I loved those 2 books. I flew through them, so I have pretty high hopes for this one. I also am about to pre-order her newest book that comes out in January. I've been watching her for over 10 years on YouTube, and I love her. She's so funny and so witty. So I really feel like her personality really shows through in her books, and I'm really excited for this one because this has been on my TBR. This has been staring me down on my TBR shelf for like at least 6 months, maybe a year. Probably over a year actually at this point. So I'm really excited to get to this one. And then we have one that I feel like might be a little bit controversial because I see like a bunch of mixed reviews about it. But I have The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. And I bought this special edition one at Target because I like the shade of blue that the cover is. Because the normal dust jacket is black and this one is blue. It literally almost matches my Philly shirt today. So I don't really know too much about this one, except that I know she was trying to write it for the longest time. So I am somewhat intrigued by it. It's been on my TBR for a while and I just never got around to reading it. So now I finally have a reason to read it. And the last book for episode 3 of Roll for Reads is one that I picked up this first book on a whim and I loved it. Thoroughly loved it. Read the second one, loved it. Picked up the third one. I'm still a little salty that it's not available in hardcover like the first two, so it doesn't match my set. But that is Hunted by Bella Higgin. This is the third book in the Bella Morte series. And I loved the first 2 books in the series. It is a YA romance, or a YA vampire story. And it follows Rini, who enters into be this like feeder kind of thing. So basically in this world, vampires are treated like celebrities and they live in these giant mansions and they have human feeders that they end up like going through, and something happens to her sister. She was accepted as a donor and something happened to her. She disappeared. And so Rini goes in, I think it's Renee, I'm not sure how to pronounce her name. I'm terrible pronunciations, guys. It's like my brain at this point. But she goes in, enters into like this lottery to become a feeder just to see what happened to her sister, and she does unfortunately find out what happens to her sister. But it's, this series is so good, guys. If you haven't picked it up, you should, and go to like Barnes & Noble, Books A Million, anywhere. And this is a phenomenal series. And also, like, just look at this, like, gemstone rose on the front. This gemstone rose heart thing is really nice. Maybe this is kind of a heavier stack of books. But anyway, guys, these are the 6 books that we have for Roll for Reads. I have until December 31st to read all of these. So anyway, guys, I will let you know my thoughts about these when I do probably my 2025 wrap-up. I don't know if I'm going to do, like, monthly wrap-ups. Like, I kind of like doing, like, episode wrap-ups. I don't know if I did film one for August. I need to film like episode wrap-ups for each episode. I did episode 1. I need to do an episode 2 one, and then I'll probably just do an episode 3 wrap-up and then an overall 2025 wrap-up to kind of probably do that like the second week of January. It's weird to think I'm already thinking about January content. So I'm thinking December 28th is going to be Roll for Reads episode 4. Then January 4th is going to be the wrap-up of these 6 books, which ones I got to. Hopefully all of them. Hopefully, and cross my fingers. And then January 11th is going to be the 2025 wrap-up for the whole year. So anyway, guys, that concludes episode 3 of Roll for Reads. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe down below. And if you haven't checked out episodes 1 or 2, they will be in the description box below. And also, I have added this one and the short to the playlist. So anyway, guys, I hope you guys have a wonderful day, night, whatever it is, wherever you are. And I will see you soon in the next one.